We all have an image of what a homeless person looks like. The people we see in the streets of Seattle every day. Some are drug and alcohol addicted. Some are mentally ill. Most have faces that are weathered and weary. But there is a population of homeless people who defy that stereotype. You would never know they have no place to call home. It doesn't mean their need isn't just as great.
Estimates are anywhere between 600 and 1,000. If you ask the chronic homeless folks who've been on the streets for a long time, were you ever homeless before 25? 50% of them will say yes.
Welcome to Roots, a homeless shelter off an alleyway in the University District for young people from 18 to 25. Set up in a basement of a church, the Safe House is just expanding its capacity to 40 beds.
All right, let's get started.
A place for a hot meal, a hot shower, and personal lockers for the few possessions its guests have. Roots is the largest homeless operation of its kind in Seattle.
30 to 40% of the people we serve at Roots had been in foster care at some point in their life. The bad news is if you hit your 18th birthday and still a ward of the state, your chances are not good of having a successful adulthood entry. You don't have an ID often, you don't have job skills, you may or may not have a high school diploma.
All right, Sean and Thunder, do you guys want to come on in?
Roots also sees a population of gay, bisexual, and transgender youth needing a roof over their heads at night. And with a weak economy, you can add to that occasional college students and even young people with full-time jobs.
I come from near Los Angeles, and life seemed pretty good. And one day I was just watching all my friends get high, and I decided it was time to go do something else. So I left town and came out here and got a job.
This is Mitch. He can't afford his own housing yet. He started out seeking refuge in one of Seattle's adult shelters.
I went to a homeless shelter in Seattle for maybe like a week before I came out here, and it was almost scary.
Now, at the end of a long workday and a 2-hour bus ride, Mitch ends up outside the doors of Roots each night.
Mitch, how are you doing?
Believe it or not, this very humble church basement is the launching pad that young people need compared to sleeping outside.
When someone has a lot of things and they lose it all and they're out on the street for the first time, and it's real easy to get depressed and to give up and to think nothing's gonna change. This is a great place, the food's great, you get to shower, they're actually nice and they care about you.
Around 8 p.m. every night, the line begins to form to get a place to sleep at Roots.
So O-L-E-K.
Got it, you're number 8.
When demand exceeds available beds, everyone is given a number and a lottery system is used. On a good night, there's no need to draw numbers.
Sean, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. I went to the computer
Yeah?
at the library.
Yeah? Staying warm out there?
Online, Craigslist, jobs.
People who stay in shelter as a young person are 3 times more likely to find housing, 3 times more likely to enroll in school. And it's not because the shelter is this great place, it's because they know where they're going to sleep at night.
Are you feeling safe today?
Yes.
Awesome. Any weapons today?
Nope.
Anything else you want to check in?
Nope, I'm good.
Fantastic. Thank you, thank you.
Yep.
I wasn't aware of how many people were homeless that were my age. We're so heavily reliant on volunteers that these people who are here aren't getting paid to do this. And it's just really cool that everyone is choosing to be here rather than just being a job to them.
If we put a cash value on how many volunteer hours that we had last year with our over 25,000 hours, they would actually be our largest funder.
Thunder, how's your day?
Good. I worked at Value Village all day, basically.
Nice. How'd that go?
The city has been supporting this because we feel that this is a hole in our safety net. As marvelous as it is to have Roots, there still isn't enough room for all these young people.
When the doors open at 9, cameras are turned off. The policy here is safety and privacy for every nightly resident. With a limited number of beds, Roots does the absolute best it can 7 nights a week. But 40 beds can only make a small dent in the estimated hundreds of young adults left to fend for themselves on Seattle's streets every night.
Until we can get all of these folks housed, it's better than them being outside. Let's give them something that they need right here, right now, tonight. And then know that the data tells us that they're going to use it well and move on to good things after this.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.